Hi, uh, I am Attila Nyiri, Director of Soccer Operations and Methodology at the Fox Soccer Academy and Hudson Sports Complex. Today, I want to discuss and show the differences between ball mastery and just simply dribbling and running with the ball. The two are not the same, and there's a huge debate in continentally, depending on which continent you are, what constitutes ball mastery and what is simply running and dribbling a ball. Today, hopefully, we will shed some light on that with a great demonstration about both and explanation of what constitutes what. Let's begin with dribbling and running the ball. In South America and Europe, we emphasize running and dribbling with the ball from the age of 6 to 8 years old. We emphasize that all of our players master this ability. This has nothing to do yet with ball mastery, except a limited control over the ball as they are able to evade players, which in this case are cones on the ground. As you could see that on the first one, the player was able to go through all of the cones with little problem. Of course, he is already of a maturer age. He is not 6 or 8. The player demonstrating this is 13 years old. But again, the emphasis on this kind of movement is from 6 to 8 years old, and then the perfection of it up to year 12. But this has nothing yet to do with complete ball mastery when the ball is off the ground. So of course, there could be a progression to running with the ball and dribbling it, which you will see now. As we have demonstrated it, again, this was a harder thing to do with the ball, but still had nothing to do with ball mastery. Now, some of you may say, well, this is very difficult because he was going backwards, he was going forward, he was going through the cones. Yes, I do say that. However, that is still not ball mastery. That is having complete balance and control over your body, being able to lean, having fluidity and dexterity, and manipulating the ball with the inside and right side of your foot. That is just a skill that is attained through a lot of repetition and always practiced day after day, week after week, month after month, until fluidity is obtained. There are many progressions that could be added to running and dribbling the ball, which again, it's still not full ball mastery. So for example, in this progression, we added the inside outside dribble, which you will see now. Another progression that we can add to running and dribbling the ball is the raking of the ball. Many of you would ask, well, this is ball mastery, and why isn't this ball mastery? This is not ball mastery in the strict term and the professional concept of ball mastery, because A, the ball is constantly on the ground, B, the ground is beautifully manicured and flat, and C, because the player has to do nothing but to control the ball as it rolls for him perfectly from side to side. So what this is foundations implied into dribbling and running with the ball. We will show you what we can do with foundations applied into running and dribbling the ball. That was another foundational element given to dribbling and running with the ball. It is very important that children master this by the time they're 8 or 9 years old, and then they perfect it by the time they're 11. But again, ball is on the ground, and has nothing to do with any of the ball mastery. The ball mastery we will show you in a few seconds. We imply that the ball comes from the air in different angles, and the ball has to be timed, and the player has to have the ability and the know-how how to handle, tame, and continue the progress of play with the ball. So we're going to go to a very simple ball mastery activity that can be done by any child from the age of 6 years old, even younger sometimes. 4 or 5 year olds can begin with this. It's a completely different dimension here, and a completely different environment. The ball no longer sits comfortably on the ground. There is no set object. The ball is in a hand, and the moment we let it go, the dynamics change. As you could see, the ball, when upon striking it, was not spinning backwards, so the position of the feet is perfect. The striking angle of the laces back into the hand is perfect, and the eye, foot, hand coordination, as was provided, was beautifully done. Now we will, so this was the number one, the basic. Now we will start with adding progressions to what is called really ball mastery. What we are trying to convey here, that the ball is in the air, the ball has to be tamed and kept under control without any foreign spin on it, so it runs away from us. For the very youngest age group, everything you see that is done out of the hand could also be helped with a bounce on the ground. Going back to the younger age group, we have seen that the ball was dropped, it bounced, then a combination of stronger foot, untrained foot, and then catch was implemented. Once this is achieved and it's really working to perfection, then it has to be done without a bounce and without a catch. There was no bounce, no catch. It was right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, or left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. The ball did not spin backwards. That means that the toes were not flicked, and the execution was impeccable and perfect. That is what we're aiming for. So we are, as we go into more entailed and more difficult ball mastery, the player will show you now many other activities that could be used to improve and enhance your ability on the ball. With a lot of practice, perfection in ball mastery can be attained. And just imagine, once you're having perfect control over the ball in the air and on the ground, what kind of soccer player you could become. And that is the aim, for you to become the greatest possible soccer player that you could be. It will never be attained with the ball constantly on the ground, and the moment the ball comes off the ground, you are having problem controlling it and the ball bounces all over the place. Once ball mastery in the air is somewhat mastered, then another component of ball mastery is timing the bounce and the spin of the ball as we are taming it using our ball mastery skill. So we are going to run through 4 ball mastery skills, incorporating timing of the ball in every one of them.
All right, so this is the first timing activity. This is the second timing activity. This is the third timing activity. This is the fourth timing activity.
And now when all of that is mastered, and we understand once we had success in these that it made us better players, there are even more and more difficult progression to this. For example, the flick and trap, the sitting down with the ball, heading ability after the age of 12 is crucial. So we will demonstrate some of those and demonstrate to you the differences between ball mastery and running and dribbling the ball.
So this is the flick and trap, or as they call it in Spain, the la cuchara. When you're practicing ball mastery with the head, start with one and then add one every time. But once you've mastered it, you just go. As many as you can.
I want to bid everybody farewell as you are watching these last ball mastery skills. I hope you try them all, and I also hope that you will join us here at Fox Soccer Academy and Hudson Sports Complex, where your development is our #1 priority.